I have I had a PlayStation gamer ID or user ID. I don't know what you guys exactly refer to it as. But anyways, I had one. And on Friday, so about 3 days ago, I was in the middle of a game playing and I'm kicked out of the game. And I'm told that my gamer ID or user ID, again, not sure what we want to call it here, but I'm told that it violated some terms of conduct or something, or some service agreement. I'm not sure exactly the wording on it. I can look it up if you'd like. I have an email with it. But I'm told that. So I'm confused, first off. I don't know why my name was said that it broke any rules or did anything, to be completely honest. So I wait all weekend trying to see like if it like reverts back or whatever, but it changed my name to Temp with a bunch of numbers after it. So I'm continuing to wait. Then finally I'm like, I don't want that to be my name on there. So I go and I change my name to something different. So I changed my name, and I had to pay to change my name in the first place, which I already paid for the old name that for some reason isn't allowed. So I do that, and then I've tried to contact customer support since this originally happened. And when it happened, it was later on Friday, so I just assumed everybody was out. The weekend, I understand that nobody's there, but I've tried both chat and phone. And then I have tried both all day today. I finally got through about an hour ago that I've now been on the phone for an hour. Spoke to a lady, and I don't know, honestly, exactly where we were in the call, but because my first thing is that I wanted my name changed back, if possible, or at least a better explanation of why it's not possible. And then the second thing I wanted to resolve the issue is I wanted refunded for the name I had to purchase now. Because now I've had to purchase two names or make two charges to change my name. And I mean, if something was wrong with the first name, I guess, like I explained to the last lady, I don't understand why it's not red flagged in the beginning. If I go to put a name in there that's something profane, there's a red messaging that comes up, I do believe. And it tells me you cannot do that. None of this ever happened, obviously, or you wouldn't. PlayStation wouldn't allow the name to go through. So now the names went through. I've had it for several weeks, if not months at this point, and then all of a sudden this happens. So when I spoke to the last lady, she told me she was going to take care of it, and I explained to her what the name was. She had no clue in why it would have been marked anything, but when she looked it up, she said it was a suspended name. And again, I'm not sure why my name's suspended or anything like that, and I guess I'm looking for better answers and a refund on the other name I had to purchase. I mean, again, best case scenario is I get that name back and I get refunded. I guess worst case scenario is I get some sort of explanation here and I get refunded. But I think either way, I think I deserve to be refunded for this name being taken away for whatever reason. And the email sent to me does not explain what has happened. It basically sends me to a list of a million possible things, and my name didn't violate anything in there.
Okay, I do understand what you're stating. Unfortunately, online ID changes are not eligible for a refund, so we will not be processing a refund for the payment that you made to change your online ID. It does seem that I do understand you say that you had that online ID for quite some time, and PlayStation allowed it to go through. Sometimes things do fall through the cracks. It does happen, and it wasn't until it came to the attention of the moderation team. They viewed it. They determined that it violated the terms of services or it was inappropriate, which is why they gave you the temporary online ID. And I do see here that they did give you a warning instead of suspending your account, which is what normally they would do, suspend the account due to the inappropriate online ID. Instead, they did decide to give you a warning. So unfortunately, we are not able to change it back to the online ID that you had previously before the temporary one.
Okay. And again, I'm not sure why that violated anything. And I used the term suspension just to be clear, because that's what the last lady I spoke to on the phone had told me. She said it was suspended. So I apologize. I didn't know it was a warning. She told me suspended. Regardless, though, I mean, why is that name not allowed? And I mean,
And what is the online ID that you're trying to change it back to?
It was Brown Assistant with it was BRO. So my last name, Brown. And then I'm an assistant basketball coach. So it was assistant, but it was abbreviated because assistant wasn't available at the time. So it was ASST. And I'm guessing
the way that it is,
and that's what I'm getting. That's what
does.
I was. Okay. And I mean, I understand that. However, now I'm going to be upset in a different reason, because number one, if you're not allowing that, there's a million names out there that have ASS in them. Okay. And if I have to spend my time, I mean, I work from home for a tech company. If I have to spend my time going through PlayStation and just typing in ASS and reporting every name, if that's what I got to do, then I'll gladly do that. But I'm just saying, like, this isn't right. So first off, my name is taken away, which it wasn't like my name was supposed to be just ASS. Again, it's assistant. There's a T at the end of it. There's a million names like that. How many people have the name Assassin?
Which makes it a different.
So
makes it seem as though it's a different word.
Okay, can I uncapitalize it? I didn't know it was capitalized. I mean, I'll gladly uncapitalize the whole thing if that's what it takes. I didn't even know caps were in effect when you did the name, I guess. I wasn't, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, I didn't know that. I thought that they were either all lower or all uppercase when it showed anywhere.
Unfortunately, no, you cannot change the capitalization of the name. Once an online ID is made, it will never be able to be recycled, even changing the capitalization of anything on it.
So anybody who has a capital A, is what I'm guessing it is, and then SS, that name should be banned then, correct?
It does depend on the circumstances. It does depend on the account. I cannot give a definitive yes or no, because it just depends. If it was just, and it is up to the moderation team to determine if the online ID violates the terms of services, and their decision is final.
Yeah, that's not right. I'm just telling you that's not right. And I understand you're telling me basically like the last lady did, it's out of your hands, which I don't know who I need to continue to talk to, but I'm glad to talk to whoever.
There isn't anyone else that you'll be able to speak with about this.
Good thing we're recorded then, so I can let everybody know about it. But anyways, it's not right what you guys are doing. That there was nothing that should have been taken that way with that name. And again, I can go on PlayStation right now and I can give you about 900 names that have literally ASS in them. In fact, here's one right here. One of the first ones, when I put that in, says Daddy ASS. Like, come on. My name's not allowed, and that is?
If you want to report those
I'm going to
names,
report
you certainly have the right to do that.
I will report every single one of them with a profane word in there. Don't think that I won't. I do have a lot of time on my hands, but I just want to say that it's not right that this was done. And then it's not right that on top of that, you guys won't refund me the money for it. Like, that's even worse. So you guys allowed me to do something, which again, wasn't put in there in a profane way. And then you make me pay again for a second name?
You did not have to pay. The moderation team did give you a temporary name that
So I could have. So I'm
you could have
supposed to
just
use.
kept that name.
Oh, so I'm supposed to use the temp with a bunch of numbers. So that's the solution. That's not a
If
solution
you
either.
did not want to pay for it, yes, that is correct.
Yeah, because everybody wants that to be their name on there. And again, I say that it's not right. Whether that you think that's an explanation or not, it's really not. It's bogus, and we both know that. I mean, if you don't want to pay for it, yeah, okay, then take this name we gave you. Well, thank you. But when I first signed on to PlayStation, I was allowed to choose the name I wanted, which I did. And then from there on, if I want to change it on my own will, I could pay, and that's understandable. But furthermore, then to say that, oh, we changed your name, if you want a different name, you have to pay us again, that's not right. It's pretty much theft.
I have given you all the information that I'm able to give you about this. Is there anything else I can do to assist
Of course. I'm glad that's the route we want to go. Again, I guess you can't help me. I mean, you want to end the call because you can't help. You don't have any better explanations for it. You can't give me a refund, apparently. So you stole my money from me. And again, it's not a large amount of money, so it's not really the fact that like I even had to pay. Like I mean, it's just the fact that you guys changed this, nobody else. So I guess
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling PlayStation, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
I hope you don't. And there I am hung up on. What a joke.